I would like to share with you Auntie Jane's story. Auntie Jane, when she was in Terengganu, she had a stroke and they rushed her to a private hospital. The private hospital rejected her and brought the ambulance to the general hospital in Kuala Terengganu. She really had a bleeding stroke. She also had a lung infection in her lungs and she was in coma. My friend called me up and asked me for help, and I flew in to Kuala Terengganu on the second day. I brought 2 medical laser with me, the medical device with me, and Auntie Jane actually, when she was in the general hospital, the ICU wards was full, the first class wards was full. She was just put in the normal general medical ward. I went there with 2 medical device and I placed one at her navel and the other one at her hand and also shining at her forehead. We did this therapy for about 6 times and on the first day, and we actually did I actually did the therapy for her 6 times on the first day, and the second day I continued again. I actually had to pretend to be her daughter, and I told the specialist, I'm going to take my mother out, and my mother, that is Auntie Jane, out, and the specialist told me that she is in a very critical condition and life-threatening too. We could not get any ambulance service from Kuala Terengganu, so I had to order an ambulance from Johor Bahru with a trauma doctor that does international evacuation service. Just before the ambulance arrived, Auntie Jane woke up. She could move her hands and her legs that was, half paralyzed. She could move them and she could look around. The doctors actually in Terengganu told me that even if she wakes up, she would not be able to see. Because of the bleeding stroke, she would be blind. We finally brought Auntie Jane back to Kuala Lumpur, to Sunway Medical Hospital, and got the medical team there ready when she arrived. She left Kuala Terengganu at 7 p.m. that night and arrived at the hospital in Sunway for 11:20. For me, I was still in Kuala Terengganu and I have to fly back to KL. The next day, when I went to visit Auntie Jane at the Sunway Medical Center, at the ICU there, I was surprised to see the oxygen was taken off her. The respirator was taken off, and she was there awake and smiling, and she could even see me, and she was very excited to see me. So, as what the doctors, the medical doctors say that there is no hope for her, today Auntie Jane is well. She's able to walk, though she is not as mobile as before, but she's able to walk. So, and we praise and thank God for this wonderful medical device that has brought her to good health again.